everyone. Earl Cox here. First off, welcome everyone to our Morning Entrepreneurs, Morning Vitamins. I'm really glad to see you guys here on the panel with us, taking the time off you guys' busy schedule to join us. And like we said, this call in the morning is to motivate all entrepreneurs, keep our drive going, working towards our dream, building our dream. So that's what we do. So we invite you to actually join us every morning at 0930 to 10 a.m. 0930 to 10 a.m. every morning, Monday through Fridays. This morning, guys, we have a special guest speaker on here with us. He's actually going to be doing the invitation, showing us how to actually invite someone to look at our business presentation. Okay, but first off, let me just go through and introduce our panel members. The first member we have is Miss Jackie M. Powers. She's out there in Florida enjoying the beautiful weather. Jackie is a Minister of Prisons. She's an author and also she's a deal site expert, a wife and a mother of 3 beautiful kids. She has been in the industry for over 15 years, and also she is also a nurse for 12 years. Next on the panel we have Ann. Ann is in North Carolina. No, I don't know the weather is out there for her. I know this morning was raining. And also Ann has been in the industry for the past 9 years. She's actually a certified paralegal. Next we have our special guest speaker. We have Mr. Greg. I couldn't pronounce your last name. Greg, what's your last name? How do you pronounce your last name? Lessinger, Greg Lessinger. He's out in Staten Island, New York, guys. Greg has been in the industry for the past 3 years. He's a retired police officer, guys. And Greg is actually working part-time, but he's actually building his business from home, working from home full-time, building his own business. So, Greg, without further ado, I want to bring you to the panel, and let's make it happen. Let's, share the word on what you have on the invitation, how to actually invite people to actually look at your business presentation. So, without further ado, guys, Greg Lessinger, the panel is all yours.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for having me on. Appreciate it. I'm very honored to be in with everybody, with Ann and Jackie and Earl. And it's just tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a retired New York City police officer. I did about 15 years on the job. I was injured, so I had to retire a little early. And I'm married, no children, just living out in Staten Island, New York. So basically, like why I got into this business is because the industry itself is just really because I hurt my knees years ago when I was on the job, and I had a bunch of surgeries and had to retire early. And as time went on, next thing you know, I had back problems, and I've gone through 2 back surgeries over the time. So I've had some some medical issues over the years that keeps me really from going out there and working other jobs and stuff like that. That just to I have a pension coming in, but just to make that extra money and just to make things, I like nice things. I have goals. I have some things I want to do in the future. So, I know this industry, once I was introduced to it, this is what I wanted to do, and we all want to do something where we're working at home, being with my family, and this is basically why I chose to do that, So let's, I'm going to just get to something that is, I'm sure everybody goes through this. But it's a really big topic. Is inviting people to take a look at your business presentations, whatever it is. As an example, like you want to properly do this, and I had something early this morning. And this is the way not to do it. It's basically getting messaged just by random people that you don't you're friends with, but you don't know personally. They haven't even built, and I'm not talking about a hello and that's it. They haven't even found out about you, where you're from, are you married, are you single, what do you do for a living? All this stuff. People don't take those little time to do that stuff. And I literally was bombarded by all these messages of just getting pitched by all these, oh, my company's great and this, and we do this and we can make this. Everybody, it's not the way to do it. And it's ruining the industry because everybody's trying to build whatever business you're doing. People are having issues with maybe a lot of people not joining because they're skeptical about all these issues, because people don't want to get, I'll give you a prime example of how to properly start off, like doing an invitation the proper way is, say you go to a store. You're going shopping, whether it's clothing store, most of the time it's usually clothing stores and stuff like that. You walk in. What's the salesperson going to do immediately? Come right up to you. Can I help you? What's our normal reaction? Is to, no, thank you, I'm okay, I'm just looking. That is because we don't want to be sold. Nobody wants to be sold anything. So the whole thing is now we need to have that same mentality of approaching people, whether it's online or in person. We want to be able to tell someone, depending on the relationship now that you have with that person, whether it's, say it's friends or a family member. Now you have a business maybe that you just started. How are you going to approach them the right way without just what they call is throwing up on them, right? So you basically want to, with a family member or a friend, you want to get a favor. You know, you want to just, you know, let them know that you started, you know, this new, you know, business at home and you're really excited about it. And you want them to take a look at it without thinking that, you know, you just want to sign them up, but ask them a favor. Say, listen, I'm really excited about this. Can you take a look at this and tell me what you think, or you know, and just give me your opinions and stuff. That's a good way to start out with family and friends, especially because those are the ones that are going to give you their opinion, no matter if you want it or not. All right, so that's a good way to start off with family and friends. Now, your approach is going to change for, let's say, like I have friends that are business owners. I have friends that are actually, I have a few friends that are successful people, some in the sports industry and stuff like that. So how do you go about if you have someone like that in your list? That's a tough thing now, because you're not going to just, you know, I have someone that he's a multimillionaire, and I'm not going to show him a business per se and saying, well, you know, to join, because does he really need it? But if I get him to look at it in a different way, maybe as he looks at this, he's going to see the big picture, and that's what you want to do. The ultimate goal is to get someone to look at what you have. So someone who's very successful, has, you know, makes a good amount of money that you would think he doesn't need it. Listen, they're motivated. They're money motivated. So get them to look for someone that's business related and stuff like that. Ask them, say, listen, I just started a business. Hype them up a little bit. Tell them, listen, I really respect you. You know, I've been watching you for many years of, you know, how you've grown your business. Get them to say, can you take a look at this and give me your advice or give me some tips? Guess what? If you have a little bit of a relationship with them, they're going to say yes. And they're never going to feel that you pitch them or try to get them to join something. So this is a big, you know, it's a good thing, especially with people with a little bit more experience and, you know, especially in business. All right, I found that it works almost every single time. Very rarely does someone tell you, no, I'm not going to give you advice on something like that. So what do we got? Let's see. I had wrote some notes and stuff like that. Let's see. Most of the time, as you're going through all these things with the invitation, you use what's there. Like, you know, different companies are going to have different tools. All right. So once you invite them, make sure you go, when you do that invitation the correct way. You know, you don't want to pitch them and stuff like that. So get them, you know, with that exact example of either asking for a favor, just letting them know how excited, you know, you got to show some excitement of whatever you're doing. You know, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter what business you're in. Just give that, you know, let them know that you're passionate about what you're doing at that time. And just, you know, so whether it's just to ask for a favor to take a look or ask for advice, you know, from someone, you know, a little more successful. And then from there, it's really about using the tools, you know, certain, you know, depending on what company you're with. It could be, you know, websites that they have presentations. You know, some have DVDs. Some of these businesses have, you know, magazines with DVDs. That, you know, it really just depends on what you're doing. But these are part of the small little, you know, you would be surprised, the small little tips that if everyone would follow, it really would help everyone's business in the long run. Because I think too many people, and I'm sure you know, all three, Earl, Jackie, and probably agree. This is not a sprint to get to a certain point. It's a marathon. We're not, you know, it's sticking with what you're doing and seeing the long-term picture of this whole thing. The goal is to, you know, build residual income for our families and do something basically one time and get paid for it forever. Like I'm sure you all agree. It's just, I mean, if anybody wants to interject, there's not too much more you can kind of, say about it. It's just really, I hope, this kind of helped with, just with the invitation, of properly inviting someone. So.
That was awesome, Greg. Good information. As last night that training you shared with me last night, guys. Greg shared that training with me last night, and I learned something new just from looking at that, because the way we've been doing it, a lot of marketers, what we do, we actually, when we try and get someone to look at our business presentation, what we do, we ask them if they want to look. I mean, they're interested in actually making some extra money from home. They tell us yes, but what we do when they tell us yes, we just send them a link, right? So no, we give them the chance to look at the link on their time. But from what I look at that training, what the guy had said, I can't remember his name, but what he said is that, and it made sense, made a lot of sense. Have them commit to a time. Have them commit to a time where they could actually sit down and look at the information, but do not send them a link until they could actually commit to that time. So example, I may meet someone, one of my friends, I'm calling them up, hey, I just started a business, I'm really excited about it. Do you keep your options open to making more money? If they tell me yes, if they tell you yes, say, well, are you available, are you in front of a computer right now? If they tell you yes, well, great. You have 10, 15 minutes to actually sit down and look at a business presentation. It may not be a good one for you, but at least if you have 10, 15 minutes to sit down and look at it, if they tell you yes, then right there, okay, great. You give them the link and you actually walk them through. Walk them through, make sure they're on the video. Hey, tell them turn the volume up, let you know that they're actually looking at the presentation. Because a lot of people, when you send them a link, they're going to sit on it. They're not going to look at it. And they may call you. You may be there for the next hour, 2 hours waiting, and just realize they're not replying to you because the reason they didn't look at it, they didn't take you serious. But when you have them to commit to actually doing that for you, they're going to actually look at it, because if they commit to a time, you're going to tell them, hey, at such and such time, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you, because I want to actually sit down there with you and go over it with you, make sure that you actually be able to get on to the website or whatever video you want to send them to, make sure that they actually get on there looking at the information. So stuff like that, when you do that to people, you hold them accountable, they're going to actually look at the stuff, look at your information. We all guilty of it, guys. I do it also, when someone tell me they're interested, I just send them a link. But just by looking at that training, it gave me a good idea. Hey, that's a great way to actually make things happen, do something different from other marketers out there. So everything we learn, you have to put it to use. Guys, everything what Greg just shared with us here also, I hope you guys take notes, right? Put it to use. Don't sit on it. Any training that you learn, share it with your downline, share with your team. Let everyone understand. We have to stand out from the rest of marketers. We're the one to change this industry. If we don't do it, no one else going to do it. And guess what? Everyone going to look at us, as Jackie said, with a black eye. The industry do have a black eye, right, Jackie?
Yes, sir. You want to get me started? Thank you so much, Greg. Greg, you did a wonderful presentation, and I'm telling you, you kept it short and sweet. I love it. I love it so much. I can't tell you how I get turned off, and I really get I'm really disappointed when I see the majority of us, send links and inbox people with links and business overviews. It's just, we need more leaders. What can I say? We just need to bring up, help train more leaders so that people will have a different view of our industry. It's a powerful industry. It's, in my opinion, the best industry in the world. And so we really need to get out there and empower others and equip the masses. So thank you so much for the topic today, which is the invitation. You want to make sure that you find a need. On the other hand, you have people who are important in your life, people that you respect and admire. You also want to reach out to those people and play a little bit with their ego, praise them and tell them that, you're going to appreciate their honest opinion in a venture that you've just gotten into and that you're excited. People love that. And thank you so much. I've learned so much. I hope you come back.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad, Earl, you know what, it's a little early. I got, so I forgot about that one subject, and I meant to bring that up. But Earl, you saved me on that one. But perfect example of set the tone of, you have something very important to you. So control the conversation. Control that, whether it's on message on Facebook, you still have control of the whole situation. So, like you said, we're all guilty of it, you know, when we first start. And sometimes it's very easy when someone says, "Yeah, I want to know what you're doing," and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very easy to just send a link, but try to find out a little bit about, you know, control it. Say, listen, I need to know, you know, listen, everybody's got, you can use the Google, you know, phone and Google Voice and all that stuff. You know, if you don't want to use your own phone numbers, you want to talk to people, there are options out there that you don't have to worry about all that stuff, and you can get into, you know, to control the times. So this way, you're not, you know, biggest thing is when you, after you do that invitation also, is do you really want to be chasing people? I don't want to chase people, you know, wondering if they looked at my website or looked at my DVD or just, you know, and most of the time, Earl, you're correct. You're like, people sit on it, you know, and you know, I learned very early on when I started this that, you know, when you do that, you just basically, you're just wondering, now you're going to try to text them and stuff like that. Now you wonder if they don't answer you, did they get the text? So what happens? You end up bothering people when you shouldn't even, they should be chasing you for what you got, what you're showing them. And you have something that could possibly change their whole life, you know, and, you know, it's really just about, you know, so it's really, all this is just about educating everybody about doing things the correct way, you know, and some people get offended. I'm sure you all go through this, that people get offended when you try to do, you know, like they do it wrong, and then you just, I don't bash anybody when they do these things to me, but I automatically go into a teach mode, and I'm like, listen, have you, you know, maybe you should try doing this, this, and this, you know, before you actually send your, you know, all your link information. I was like, there's no way you can have success by just sending out links automatically. It just doesn't happen. So just, you know, so keep in mind, just to control that, you know, once you get that invitation where someone says, yes, you know, absolutely, I'll take, and this could be a friend or family or someone that you respect. Control that situation also. Make sure you know when they're going to look at this. So this way, you can basically set something up, whether it's a follow-up call, a three-way call, whatever it is. There's all there's all ways of doing this, but you just have to work smart, not work, you know, hard. It's just, there's a way of just doing this the correct way. So I guess, you know, from that topic, I'm glad Earl, you know, just filled that in at the end. I just, you know, because I actually kind of forgot about it, but I'm glad. I just wanted to touch back in on that a little bit. So, anybody? How about Ann? Did you have anything to add into this?
No, I mean, that was great, Greg. Thank you for that information. You know, I've always known that people don't like to be sold to, and so, you know, in talking to people, you do want to let them know that you respect their opinion. You know, when you ask them, would you take a look at what I have? And I've always told people, and it kind of took the pressure off when I first got started, I would say, you know, this may not be something you're even interested in. It may not be for you. I just love your opinion. But you may know somebody who could use what I have. And that was always been a good way to get referrals from people.
Absolutely.
So I like that.
Absolutely, Ann. That's that was another great point at the end there. Is this about referrals? People, you know, letting people know right off the bat. You let their guard goes right down when you tell them that this might not be for you, but maybe you know someone that could you know, take a look at this that might help them. That's a great point. Great point then.
Hey Greg, you know, I like the part where the example you give us going to the store, going to a hardware store, and the first thing someone the sales rep come up to you, help me, I help you, and we do get offended, and that's a good example, guys. You know, by you just pitching your business or sharing your business with someone like that, they also feel the same way. You know, they put that guard up. That guard comes up. Hey, yeah, hey, hold up. You know, the same way. So you guys just need to know how to break it in, how to actually do like a warm-up conversation. You know, have a basic conversation. Ask, hey, how your day is going? You know, just make something up. Do something. Find out about that person. And remember, it's not about us anymore. Yes, we have something that people want, but we need to how to actually break that wall. You know, because everyone has a wall. I have the wall. You guys have the same wall, but you never know, because when someone approaches you, that's the only time you're gonna realize, hey, hold up. You know, that's the only time you realize, hey, something wrong there. The same way people feel when you try and just approach them about your business opportunity right up front. You know, so just something that everyone needs to actually practice, and it happens. I mean, you have to everything that's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not just going to stop and change like that. You may do it over and over, but still, by you actually trying, eventually you're going to get it right. You know, so if you do something once and you fail, don't stop, don't give up, keep going, guys. You know, things are going to actually pay out in the long run. We all, like I said, we all learn every day. I learn something new every day. Jackie learned, Greg, and we'll all learn something new every day. But we just have to put it to use. And by just doing it every day, guys, you get better. Just like getting in front of a camera. A lot of people are camera shy. But guess what? By us doing these calls every morning, we get better at it. You know, I'm not good at doing the introduction, but guess what? I'm working it, and every day I'm getting better and better and doing it. You know, guys, so you see, by you doing things that you're scared of, overcoming your fears, you're going to actually help you. You know, that's the only how you guys are going to move forward. And if you don't decide to do that, you will always be in the same place that you were a couple of years ago or where you were yesterday. So you have to do things to actually get you going and get you moving forward. Get over your fears. But anyway, that was some good information you shared with us, Greg. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you actually taking your time off your busy schedule and coming on the call here with us, you know, and sharing that light with us, because we want, as we said, we like sharing the information to everyone. We all here on the internet to actually have success. No one's here to fail. You know, we are here to uphold and uplift everyone. When someone done, we should try and bash no one. You know, we know it happens, but we should. That's not our aim. That's not what we should be doing. Especially when companies go under. Also, every company, you know what I'm saying, they may go under for some reason. We never know. You never know the company that you're in may go under. You know, so that's why you don't really want to bash no one, especially when the company go under, and especially when someone company go under. Don't just go start pitching these guys. Don't do that, guys, because imagine you have a car, you've been in the company for years, and you had an income coming in. When the company goes under, you lost that income. You know, that's a bad feeling. Just like they lost their job. You know, but yes, still we online. You say we still diversify. You know, the income's still gonna be there because that's why you want to actually start a different business. But don't try and pitch them to jump into something, because they may jump into something and they didn't really think about it. You know, but after a while down the road, they may realize, hey, what I just did. You know, so that's why you guys need to think about put yourself in their position. You know, put yourself in their position, and you think of someone trying to do the same thing to you. You know, so just be wise, guys. You know, I just wanted to put that out there. If you guys have any questions, you guys go ahead and type it in the chat box.
That was also another great point there, Al, because of the, you know, like if someone's business, you know, nobody knows why, you know, there's so many different reasons why these businesses, you know, they could close down like that. But it's not to pitch them right off the bat, because, you know, I had a close friend that just a business, you know, after like, I think it was 47 years or something. It was a jewelry, one of these jewelry, Leah Sophia. I don't know if anybody even heard of it. I know, you know, I never worked for it or anything like that, but just like that, boom, gone. You know, and none of them knew about it. And you know what? What I did, and I didn't pitch anybody. I messaged her, I called her, and just, listen, I'm sorry to hear about what happened. You know, talk to them like a normal person. Just, you know, but you don't have to go right into business with anybody. It just make them feel, you know, they're going through a tough time. Make them feel like, you know, I got a friend or something, like, oh, you know, he feels what I'm going through a little bit. You know, just basically just message someone, say, listen, I'm really sorry about to hear what happened, and you know, just have conversations. Let it go. You know, even if, you know, everybody's in too much of a rush, thinking like, oh, these people are gonna be looking, you know, where they have to get into something. No, they're gonna sit back now, and they're really gonna try to figure out what they want to do. And maybe if you were the one that just, you know, was like, hey, listen, hope everything's going all right with your family now, and after all this, they might be the one that's going to message you that is actually going to say, listen, how can, you know, what is it what you're doing, because you didn't pitch them, you talk to them like a real person. So that's another, you know, and one other thing I remember, because, you know, earlier you said it, like, we're not all perfect doing this. Look, I made notes, you know, I don't know if it's actually chicken scratch because I can't even read it, you know. There we go, Earl. But I made mine before I started, and I have some notes too from just, you know, from you talking and stuff. But just, we're not perfect, you know. Listen, I never did this before. Like I said, yeah, I'm used to talking with people because I was a police officer, so I had to, you know, when you go certain situations, I had to take control of that situation, and you may be talking to, you know, certain people, a group of, you know, a household, whatever it is. So yeah, okay, I have a little experience that way, but you know, now it's just talking to the masses probably sometimes, you know, and it's a little, you know, so it's getting used to talking into a camera now. You know, I don't even see the camera anymore. You know, and that's the way. You just got to relax and not worry about messing up. You know, who cares if you mess up? That's one thing, right? Just do it. Who cares? Keep it going. People love that.
And you guys know I keep it real. As for example, like I said, when our business go under, we all know we all have the same aim, is to get people to join our business, right? We all know that. But the thing is, as like I said, we want to get them in our business, but we have to know how to break that barrier first before you actually try and get them to look at your opportunity. You know, so I just want to keep it real with you guys, so you guys know that. I'm not telling you guys, hey, don't try and go after them to get into your business, but know how to do it. You know, do it in a way that, you know what I'm saying, you care about what happened to them. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, pamper them first before you actually try and pull them into whatever business. Because why? Let them take their time and observe the information. Let them research the information first. Don't rush them into anything. Okay, that's all I was just trying to put it out there. Any questions coming in here? Let me look at the chat. Vaughn said, awesome and inspiration information. I'll be implementing some of what I have learned today. Thank you so much. All right, Vaughn, appreciate that. Glad for coming on. Hey, Dolly. Nice having you this morning, Wizard. Angela, Laura, Casper, and Cynthia. Did I say it right, Cynthia? Right. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you guys taking your time to get on the call with us. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and type it in the chat box. We still have at least 3 minutes left, guys. So if you have any questions, or if it's something that you want to share with us also, go ahead and share it with us, guys. Really appreciate that. Greg, you nailed it this morning, man.
What? Oh, sorry. I was just reading. I was just seeing if anybody was writing questions. What was that? I missed it.
I see you nailed it this morning. I'm saying good information they put out here. You know, I learned a lot. As I said, I learned a lot from you, Greg. I watch you. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. Whatever you do, I'm looking at what you're doing, and I learn stuff. You know, I pick stuff up. You know, which is good, and that's what we all need to do, man. Share what we learn. And so once you share what we learn, everyone can be able to help each other.
Absolutely. That's why I put that training out. Listen, it actually was a friend of mine, and he's made that training. Really, it goes to the industry when you really think about it, you know, like, and it's a lot of such little tips that you wouldn't even think. Like you said, you realize that you learn something that you didn't even implement into your own strategies, and that's what it is. And listen, there's I mean, anybody who is watching this or comes across it, if you don't see the training, just shoot me a message and I'll forward you the training. It's definitely something that it's on YouTube. I can always forward you that link. I have a link. This is floating around right now. Just because it's free. It's just to share with everybody. Better to have this industry going in the right direction, continue going in the right direction, and doing it right. Than continuing to let everybody just blast people with these email just messages with with stuff that we don't need. That's just making it it harder for us. This is supposed to be it's easy, but everybody makes it hard, makes it difficult.
Yeah,
so,
that's very true. Very true. Right.
But I just want to say thank you so much. I mean, I know I could see you coming up on the end there on the 30 minutes, but I just want to thank you so much for inviting me on. I had a ball. I mean, with Ann, Earl, Jackie, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. I definitely would love to do this again with all of you.
Oh, most definitely, I agree. I'm looking forward to having you back on here for another topic. I mean, you just have to let me know when you're ready. We do this every morning, so we want to bring everyone in. We want to include everyone. So whenever you're ready, just let me know, and we'll get you back on here to share some great information with everyone again. Because like we said, we all sharing is caring, right?
Absolutely.
Sharing is caring. So guys, I really appreciate you guys taking the time and coming on the call. Greg, I appreciate you taking your time off your busy schedule to get on here to share this information with us on how to do a proper invitation to have your prospect look at your presentation. Guys, I hope you guys take this information and run with it. You guys don't let it sit there. If you write this stuff down, take it and run with it. Like Greg said, reach out to him. He will give you the link to that video training. Guys, reach out to him. You know what I'm saying? Find him on Facebook. Reach out to him and get the information and learn the information, take notes, and put it to action. Don't let it sit there. Put it to work for you, because guess what? I looked at it last night, and I already used it this morning. So, guys, and trust me, it can actually help you. Just keep doing it. You may not have it perfect the first time, but by you just keep doing it, it's going to work out, all right? So, once again, I really appreciate you guys taking the time off to get on the webinar here with us. I hope you guys have a blessed Thursday. It's Throwback Thursday. Go out there and do good things, guys. Enjoy your day, and much success to everyone. You guys in the panel, I really appreciate you guys coming in here every morning with us. Thank you. Me and Jackie really appreciate that. And you're the superwoman of the day. Appreciate you always coming here to support us, and we're looking forward to having you on it here with us every morning also. And so, once again, guys, have a blessed day.
I love it. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Elle. And take care. God bless you guys.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks again, guys.
Okay.